Hi, I'm Dr. Philip Romero. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First, I'd like to say thank you to my family in Texas who've been really supportive. We have some updates today on a recent film that I've just finished, and we're going to focus on the word of the day, and that is stress. Hi, I'm very excited to share the update of my new video about a great artist, Thomas Downing. The film is called Quantum Color, and we filmed it here in New York at the Yaris Gallery. It was a lot of fun. I had a great crew who did a terrific job, and the film will be posted on this YouTube channel very soon. And we will make that announcement, and the links to the film will be here on my YouTube channel. So this will be the first video that's done professionally about consciousness, color, light, all the things that link us together in our everyday experience. So hope you enjoy it. So let's answer the question, what is stress? I put it in three simple categories: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Most of us think of stress as a bad thing. Lower your stress, stress will shorten your life, and all that we see in news media almost every day. We certainly know that stress can be bad, but let's get smarter. Good stress is what gets us up in the morning, what makes us excited, what contributes to our creativity, what we get in happy relationships and families, how we feel when we do a great job. So good stress is the most important one, and what we want in a balanced life is more good stress than bad stress and ugly stress. So part of the mission in life is to figure out to balance the stresses, accepting that there are these three different kinds. Bad stress is pretty much part of life. We're late for work. We have an upset or a disappointment about some expectation. So good stress and bad stress are everyday life. We want more good than bad. The ugly stress is a killer. And when we say ugly stress, we're talking about stress that is chronic. It keeps coming and it doesn't stop. In fact, it changes our brain, it changes our body, and it does shorten life and produce serious problems in our mind-body relationship, in our behavior, in our relationships with each other, and in our performance as people. So my mission as a physician over all these years, starting in medical school, was to figure out what is this ugly stress that is natural but optional. I was very fortunate as a medical student to spend time in India studying Tibetan philosophy, Buddhist meditation, and medicine. And in those studies, I began to unravel the ancient wisdom that has now been supported by modern social neuroscience that helps us understand the fundamentals of how to prevent or recover from the ugly stress and get back into living with more good stress than the bad stress, and bouncing back from the bad stress so we have a great time in this miraculous body of ours. If we're going to talk about stress, we're going to have to talk about the brain. In fact, our brain is composed of many parts, especially interested in the emotional brain and the mindful brain. The emotional brain, called the limbic brain, is right in the middle of our head, and it sees the world in two windows, safe and dangerous, and is constantly perceiving and assessing which box we're in. So the safe brain has a script. When we're feeling safe, the emotions drive us to feed and fornicate, to reproduce and sustain a life. When we feel unsafe, the brain tells us to freeze, fight, and flee for safety. Run away from the enemy, defeat the enemy, or play dead. Our mindful brain can actually regulate those feelings. It can assess at a higher order and say, check it out, think about it, deliberate before you act. The emotional brain is an action brain. The mindful brain is a thoughtful, mindful, deliberate planning brain for the future and the consequences that come. Think about your mindful brain as a parent and your emotional brain as a child. The child doesn't speak intellectually, it speaks with feelings: anger, fear, confusion, excitement, joy, curiosity. So to manage our emotions, our body, we need a good parent and a mindful brain, which provides security, safety, love, and compassion. If you cultivate your mindful brain as a parent for your body and develop a close relationship with your body will feel safe most of the time because parent is right there. The more we do not connect our mind and body, the more that emotional brain or that child brain feels abandoned and will do things to just numb itself. This is where much of our self-sabotaging behavior comes from. Remember, ugly stress, the one that shortens life, is actually called toxic stress. It is a consequence of our stress system left in the on position. No mindful parent to turn it off. And because it is continually on, it produces toxic hormones, namely cortisol. Cortisol is a very good stress hormone because it helps us calm down after adrenaline makes us excited. But when it keeps coming, when the fears keep coming and that we keep producing cortisol, this hormone can be toxic to the central regulatory system and to all the tissues of the body, the heart, the lungs, the gut, you name it. High levels of cortisol over time shorten life. So let's cultivate a mindful parent for our bodies, which are like a child. Pay attention and be aware of the state of your body and bring comfort and nurturing to that body. That's how we integrate a mind-body over a lifetime. So let's talk about how to regulate and manage the bad and ugly stress in our lives. Cultivating mindful awareness of our body state is the first step. You have to know that your body will get triggered, startled, before you're even aware of it. A loud sound, a slamming door, something disturbs our perception of safety and we have a startled response. The quicker you pay attention to that and respond with a deep breath or two or three, this is the ancient yoga wisdom, the diaphragm actually turns off the stress response when it's moving slowly and turns on the relaxation response. So a startle followed by some deep breathing will turn off that acute bad stress of the moment. When we practice this over and over in any number of ways, mindful awareness of the body, regulated breathing, we prevent the long-term effects of ugly or toxic stress. So cultivating these practices and putting them into your life are a key to your longevity, to your well-being, and the security between your mind-body attachment. There's a lot to discover here. I've written a book called Phantom Stress, Brain Training to Master Relationship Stress, and there's a program there, an algorithm and a series of steps that can help you with managing your normal bad stress and preventing the chronic ugly stress that can be toxic to your body. Thanks for watching. Remember your word of the day, stress. It's not your enemy. And with a little bit of mindful reflection, you can take the bad stress and make it good, and you can prevent the ugly stress from becoming toxic. So check out my upcoming video Thomas Downing Quantum Color. It'll be on this channel very soon, and we will send out messages on its arrival. So long. Feel free to send in your comments or questions. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos to come, and please follow me on social media.